And just a word about exercise. No exercise, except walking. Unless you're already very fit, and then you can do gentle running in phase 3 if you're used to it. But remember that HBD and exercise are mutually exclusive. You have to choose at this point one or the other. There was an interesting article I saw, and it was about calorie-restricted diets, which you are on for the first 2 weeks. There's not quite so much restriction in phase 3 because we've reintroduced olive oil in treat meals, saying that what happens is if you exercise and you're not eating enough calories is you just burn through your muscles. And there is also that story about Matt Rudd decided he wanted to develop the body of an Adonis. So he joined in lots of spinning classes, and he went back to see the guy who had the body composition analyzer a few months later. And he started with the good news. He said, well, you certainly lost a lot of weight. But the bad news is most of it's muscle, and actually had more fat and less muscle than he had when he started. So please don't do it. Please don't be tempted. I will also post you some printouts I had from somebody when I was still in clinic who didn't believe me about the exercise. And we saw, week on week, he used to come and see me every week, his fat was going up and his muscle was going down. And he didn't believe about the no exercise rule. Not only was his fat going up, but also his visceral fat, the dangerous fat around the organs, had also increased. And it was really dramatic what happened when he stopped exercising. He took the rules seriously, and his muscle went up and his fat went down. And he was just going for walks. So just stick to walking for now. Really, really, really important. And Claire, Diet, Health, Fitness, is amazing. You've probably heard her story. She was suffering from chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia and never ever thought that she could exercise in her life. Got to the end of phase 3, started swimming, and now she's a seasoned gym buddy and she goes on really long runs and everything else. But please don't look at her profile and think, well, she's doing, she's still in the first 3 phases of HBD. She is very firmly in phase 4. So that's a really important point to make. And, people still believe that old chestnut about having to eat less and exercise more to lose weight. And HBD proves that is, I was going to say something very rude, it proves that it's just not true. What's really important, what really counts, is what's on the end of our fork. What we're eating, how much of it, and when. So we're eating pretty much even portions of protein foods and carbohydrates, which is mainly vegetables. We're having at least 5 hours between meals. We're drinking lots and lots of water, and we are sleeping as much as possible, and we're doing very little exercise. We're just walking. So please don't believe those stories about having to exercise until you're sick to lose weight. They're just not true. And you, if you're a newbie, you're about to prove that. You're about to disprove that ridiculous old motto about, the best way to lose weight. It's just not true. Is swimming okay? Not fast cardio, but gentle if you're used to it. Yes, it is. The key for exercise is, can you keep up a conversation, even if it's just with yourself? If you can, that's fine. If you're panting, if you're out of breath, you're going too far.